Hello, another video. We will go over how to make a keychain. Now this will be made out of wood. It'll be cut on the laser cutter. There'll be a design that needs to be engraved on the front. You should have a 2" by 2" keychain. Looks something like that one. If you choose, you can have it in a different shape, but you should keep the proportions relatively similar, about 2" by 2". However, if you want to have you could also change this into a dog tag or pet tag. Cat tags usually look better at about 1" because they're a lot smaller, or if you have a small dog, you can go for 1". But be careful about the real dimensions of them, because if you have text and you make it too small, it'll become unreadable. So let's go through it. You would start by creating a document, keychain. And you start with a sketch on the top, because we always do that. And we're going to do a 2" circle here because that's the default. You can have it a different shape, but you don't have to have it a different shape. I'm going to make the little loop for where the keychain is going to go. I'm going to do 0.4 inches and nested in there one that is 0.2. Now, this is a good default. The hole in there needs to be 0.2 inches or else the chain is not going to fit through it. And you don't want to go much smaller than 0.4 or else it'll snap the minute you drop it. So you could do things like move this hole to the inside, but I like the look of it on the outside, so I'm going to keep it like that. It's not required to be on the outside, but it is required to have a 0.2 hole so you can put a loop, a chain through it. I'm going to trim everything that is not going to be cut away. So I've got the outside of a hole and a hole in there. And from here, frankly, it's mostly up to you. You are required to have a design. What that design is really up to you. I'm going to assume, unless you tell me otherwise, if you make notes in the private comments when you turn this in, unless you give me notes that say, the stuff inside here, I want it to cut all the way through, I'm going to assume you only want it engraved on the surface, which is frankly what most people do. You could do things like put some text on there. You can say, this is text, exclamation, and change the weird capital. You can say, making more text. So try that again. I thought I was not on there. Okay. Come on. Click and drag. All right, if it's going to give me grief, I'm going to do transform. Okay, we can go here, we can rotate it. Should have moved and rotated. What's the deal? There we go, moved and rotated. Try that again. Move that up a little center. Say this is text, if I wanted to. However, if I didn't say I want text, let's get rid of that. I could go through and draw art, which hopefully by this point is pretty self-explanatory. Go through and mirror this. Ooh, that's not a great heart there. Or maybe instead of a heart, you want to make some weird symbol that kind of resembles a heart if you weren't paying attention. There we go. It's more like a bat now. There you go. Now, I'm Batman. All right, so I can go through, make a design by hand if you would like. You could also say, if you would like to trace something, you could say, I don't know, what's a safe picture? Cat. You can always look up images of cats. They're never inappropriate, or very rarely inappropriate. Cat drawing. Generally, you should do drawings if you're going to trace them. They're going to be easier to do. Sure. Save image as PNG. Hopefully that one goes in. Then we can go again over here to insert image, import cat. And let's get rid of these. And then we could go through and trace our cat. And try to do a couple arcs or maybe some lines here. Maybe some lines here. Another little circle here. Another little circle here. Ooh, skip circle. A little circle here, couple of arcs. Get rid of the drawing because I don't need it anymore. Right, let's do transform and move it that way. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Telewalking. Okay, oh there we go. There's a really fine cat. And if we say want to change the size of it, you know, dimensions. And oh, not only change the distance of those two. That's right, we can't do a grouping on this one, unfortunately. And it won't let us do the dimension on everything at once, but you could do like a dimension on the circle and make it about one and go move stuff around. Pay attention to the dimensions at the beginning. It'll make it easier going on. We don't have quite as many options on this version as we do in some of the others. We're gonna have a cat and a bat. Whoa. If it does that, let's just go up to transform. Rotate the bat. So that's what you would do. You need a keychain. It needs to have a design on it, preferably a drawing of some sort, either done by yourself or traced something else. Some people have spent a significant amount of time tracing these to get some very detailed stuff going. Some people just draw really well. Some people have some relatively some straightforward stuff. Whatever you got, it works. But give me a design, give me a keychain. I'll do some more advanced ones in a second here. All right. When you are done, don't forget to finish sketch. Go over here to sketch one, right click on it, export as DXF. And then I will be importing this with several others at the same time to cut it into the wood. I'm not going to give you a video of it cutting in the wood because this is going to take, it's going to take a while. It's going to be like a half-hour one, and I don't think you want to watch this going for half an hour. It's not terribly interesting. All right.